Today I'm going to be juggling fire, but let me show y'all how to do it 15 different ways. First things first, let's turn off these lights. At number 1 on this list, we got the Cascade pattern. It's the most basic way to juggle any club. But in this case, it's fire torches, and all I'm thinking about right here is make sure not to catch the wrong end. At number 2, we have the half shower, which is just throwing a juggling torch over the top of the pattern continuously. I think that a multiplex is just a little bit harder than the half shower. That's because when everything's on fire and you're throwing it all up at one time, it can be very scary. The pose is on this list because it's not something I would normally do with 3 clubs. However, when they're juggling torches, it looks much cooler, and it just takes a little bit of practice to learn how to balance that torch on your nose. What's harder than throwing the club up once, you ask? Well, throwing it up twice, and that's what I'm doing here with the double rotation technique. I'm throwing all of them where they rotate twice before you catch it again. The backhand throw is just a different way to throw the juggling torch. Instead of going outwards, you're going in towards your body, and that can make it a little scary because you're trying not to burn yourself. The 5-3-1 is a side swap where you're throwing all 3 clubs up at different heights, and the first one thrown is the last one caught. Here it is in slow motion so you can see it a little bit easier. At number 8, we have chops, and this is my favorite trick to do with a juggling torch because it just looks so cool and mesmerizing, like you're throwing the fire down and just swooshing and cutting through the air with it. Now, flats are this far into the list because it may look easy, but it's not. It can be very difficult to keep the torch stabilized while you're juggling it. At number 10, we have the Mills Mess, and this is just a fan favorite because everyone enjoys watching this trick play out, especially when they're on fire. So here it is in slow motion for you guys. The chin rolls are a difficult trick because you have to perfectly place it on your chin and then push it with a slight bit of force to make it roll off and continue the pattern, which is a circular formation. So here it is in slow motion. This trick is well named because you're doing exactly what it says, throwing those torches under your arm and back up to catch it again. At number 13, we have the 360, which is a very classic trick, and when you're juggling fire, you're probably doing it in the dark, so it can be very hard to keep your eyes on those juggling torches. Penguins are a difficult trick because you have to catch the torch while you're not looking at it, and at the same time, your hand is facing backwards. At number 15, and the hardest spot on this list, we have Backcrosses, which is where you're constantly throwing the torches behind your back, and it can take many years to get consistent at doing this.
Well, you don't want to get the wrong end on that one, huh?
Nope.